All right. And hello out there to all of you who are listening to me, whether we're on YouTube or Facebook or Snapchat. Not Snapchat, I don't have Snapchat. I'm going to say Instagram or Twitter. However, you're listening to this, I just wanted to weigh in real quickly and to give my commentary while I'm sitting up here fighting my allergies. Give my commentary on all of this. I was trying to stay off of this, but everything that's in the news, as far as Monique is concerned, yet again, I wanted to weigh in on that real quickly and just give my perspective, and hopefully this gets to her and she's able to hear the messages that are being presented and carried on. I realize that she's, she feel like she's fighting for her life and her livelihood and et cetera, et cetera. However, I hope that anything that I say can make a difference in her fight. For those of you who don't know who I am Demetrius Big Meach Taylor, and you're dishing tea with Big Meach right here on all of the social media platforms. So I'm going to encourage you to find out any and everything about me. You can go to my website at www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. Yes, and for the radio show and all of that, Dishing Tea with Big Meach on the Blog Talk Radio Network, I am live on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find all that information out on the website. Yes. So let me say here, if you're following me anywhere, just follow me. Please be sure that you click the subscribe button and all of those things. And I would greatly appreciate it. And also, this here is to make sure that we comment and carry it on. So just leave your comments below and let's debate friendly. Have a debate and a discussion, not an argument and all those other little do-I-diddies. You heard me? So let's get into this real quickly because I have some things I had to do in about an hour. And I don't want to take up much of your time. But listen, I have said previously that Monique's fight is one that I think she should have. I always call it right fight, wrong tactics. And for whatever reasons, she felt that she was supposed to have released these tapes, the recorded conversation between she, her husband, Sidney, and Tyler Perry. And that there was below the belt. Mo, girl, listen to me, sweetie. Now, I don't know how you feel about me at this particular point. I really don't care. Because I still love you as an entertainer and carry it on. And I'm hoping, sweetie, and Sugar Plum, that you will understand and hear this in the love that is intended. Sweetie, that was a dumb ass move. You keep wanting to let folks know how serious you are and that you're fighting for your rights and you're fighting for your reputation and this, that, and the other. But girl, everything that you are doing is saying to the contrary. All of this shit that you have done, you're not doing it in the right direction. Girl, if you were to sit down there and if you were sitting and had thought about this, instead of going to these fucked up ass gossip rags and carrying on to release this shit, why did you not go and schedule an interview with Whoopi and them over at The View or over at The Talk or even over at The Real? You understand? Why didn't you? You're right there in Atlanta. You could have went over there to Sister Circle Live and talked to the girls over there at Sister Circle Live and gave them the exclusive. So that way it could have been a legitimate argument. You didn't even go to TMZ, Miss Thing. You sitting up here getting your damn video camera and putting this shit on YouTube and all this other bullshit like all these other little hustlers doing. And that shouldn't have been your style, girl. Right fight, wrong motherfucking tactics, girl. This here, how do you expect anybody to sit down there and trust you if they feel as though you have broken this most sacred of commandments as far as privacy is concerned when it comes to telephone calls? Girl, now you old school, bitch. What the fuck is this? Listen, I understand that You needed him to say to go public with what it was he needed to say. You've already went and told him when this first came out and y'all had the little conversation, you went live on your podcast. All right, that was cute. Lovely. You got the ball rolling. You called him out. Now you see he wasn't doing anything. Why would you choose to sit down there to release this and break all kinds of confidences that way and then sit there and say, I'm in the right, when everything about that says you're in the wrong? Everything about it, even though the information was to exonerate you and to sit down there and to say that you've been telling the truth. Most of us believe you've been telling the truth all the time. It's just that the way you're choosing to fight this fight, girl, has gotten you to become the fucking villain. And that's not what this was supposed to have been about. You were supposed to have been the victor on this and get the folks to rally around you and to sit down there and say, you know what, hey, now you do got the folks that do it, but everybody who's doing it are doing it from a place of emotion. Every time I read a lot of the comments and carrying on, and everybody feeling as though that this is about the $50,000 that you were paid for the movie. This ain't got shit to do with the $50,000, okay? Because you keep saying that. I've agreed to that. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This is more so about everything else. So now let's keep it about everything else. How come you and Sidney are not sitting up there making sure that your company, Hicks Productions, is up and running? Miss Thing, you have everything at your disposal to make sure that you can create your content, do what the fuck it is that you need to do to keep you lively. But instead, you got consumed with all, you know what, I'm gonna tell you what this sounds like. And I just finished watching this movie, Acrimony. If you go and watch this damn movie, Acrimony, honey, you are falling into those lines that Taraji did in the movie. You're not as psychotic as she is in the movie. However, you fall into those same lines to where, no, we're not saying let it go, but mistake, you've got to come up with the better strategy on how to fight this thing. Because now, won't nobody fuck with you. This thing with Lee Daniels, okay, Lee is on a whole nother kick and carrying on. For him to be called out by Damon Dash and carrying on, that should have been something that gave you, leverage. But you didn't use it that way, mistake. You did not use that to say, listen, he already has his own problems, as you can see when it comes to money. That went public. Now that you could have went up there. How come y'all ain't talking about that on your podcast? I haven't seen that blasted yet. If you did, because I stopped following the podcast, girl, because y'all done started talking way out of left field, and it seems as though you can't let this damn thing go. And if you're not going to let it go, Mo, then sit down here and learn how to fight respectfully and fight in a way that's going to sit down there and make you the victor and not the fucking villain. You're sitting up here, girl, right fight, wrong fucking tactics. You understand? Right fight, wrong tactics. And anybody who is not going to tell you that, they're doing you a disservice. This ain't got everybody want to attack where your husband shouldn't be your manager and this, that, and another. I'll get on that another time. Because right now, I think that your strategy is not the best for you to do this. And yes, you're in a fight for your livelihood, but Miss Thing, you've got to now sit down there and use your intelligence. Use your smart. You keep talking about how smart your husband is. Well, y'all sit down there and devise a plan that's going to get you into the forefront, that's going to make you look like you know what the fuck it is that you're talking about. And stop all this ghetto ass back and forth bullshit like we on the schoolyard and you passing notes along and carrying on to try to one up a bitch. That there is a sissy move, okay? That's a broke back sissy move who thinking they balling and they not. You're trying to pull a stunt and you ain't got the stunt right. The thing when you first started on this conquest and you were pulling out receipts after receipts, bitch, you was on your game plan then. But now you done got just as tacky and petty as everybody else. And this here is not doing you a service. Girl, go back to the drawing board and re-strategize your fight and make this what it is supposed to be, to where you become exonerated and vindicated, and then you can sit up there and get your livelihood together. Let's make this happen, sister. Okay? That's going to be my commentary for this right now. And like I said, go to all of my social media platforms. You can see me at Big Meach. I'm here on YouTube, Big Meach 1. I'm Big Meach on Facebook, and that's MEACH. I'll talk with you guys later. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I'm doing will move forward. I'll talk with you.